Committee will move on and next hear from President Joe Dunlap with North Idaho College. Thank you for being with us today, President, and the time is now yours.
Madam Chair, members of JFAC, thank you for the opportunity to present before you this morning. I bring you greetings and appreciation from the staff, the faculty, students, and trustees of North Idaho College. We appreciate the opportunity to present to you and discuss our 2017 fiscal request. With us today are our trustees, our elected trustees, that include Ken Howard, our board chair, Secretary Treasurer Judy Meyer, Christy Wood, former board chair, board member Todd Banducci, and Vice Chair Ron Nielsen could not be with us today. Within the North Idaho College mission, we are a comprehensive community college. And what that means is that we embrace the 5 traditional missions of community colleges. First of all, there's the transfer mission that prepares students to transfer to a 4-year institution seeking a baccalaureate degree. We have our PTE mission, or as the rest of the country refers to it, career and technical education, which prepares people for the world of work. And we do that through 4-credit programs as well as workforce development non-credit programs. We also embrace adult basic education and GED and continuing education, or as we sometimes call that, Hobby Lobby. For example, if you want to take a painting class or learn how to play a musical instrument. And then we have customized training for business and industry. Now, the core values that NIC embraces include student success, academic excellence, diversity, stewardship, and very importantly, community engagement. NIC trustees, faculty, and staff are committed to these values, but we need your assistance to move the needle for Complete College Idaho. Before you, you will see the North Idaho College story numerically. We serve over 5,500 students, 62% of which are female. You can see from the breakout of the origins that we are primarily a product of those we serve. 2/3 come from very close to home, Kootenai County, followed by Bonner County. We do serve students from outside of the county and outside of Region 1, which is the 5 northern counties, and most of those students come from Washington and Montana State. As the economy recovers and unemployment decreases, we are seeing a shift from full-time students to part-time students, increasingly balancing their demands of current employment and their educational goals. We serve the 5 northern counties with 3 outreach centers located in Sandpoint, Bonners Ferry, and Kellogg. We also operate a workforce training center located in Post Falls, and our Aerospace Center of Excellence is located in Hayden, Idaho. Through our centers, NIC serves over 6,000 students in our credit and non-credit programs. Although 4-credit enrollment has declined consistent with the economic recovery, and as you're well aware, our enrollment is inversely proportional to what happens within the economy, we still touch approximately 19,000 individuals in the 5 northern counties through dual credit, our 4-credit programs, Head Start, our workforce training programs, adult basic education and GED, and the Agency on Aging programs. Community college enrollment is inextricably linked to the economy and, as I mentioned, is inversely proportional. Between 2008 and 2012, North Idaho College grew by 46%. With economic recovery, we are now comparable to our 2009 enrollment levels in our 4-credit programs. In terms of return on investment for the state, over the past 2 years, NIC has made significant investments in the Complete College Idaho initiative by implementing math and English remediation reform measures led by our faculty. We have also implemented intrusive advising, peer mentoring, establishing student cohorts. We have also gone through an extensive self-evaluation, which we call institutional optimization, and we've evaluated 150 different areas on campus that will help us in our decision-making with regard to strategic planning and resource allocation. We have created guided pathways which will help students in their decision-making as they progress through the myriad of choices offered by the community colleges. And based on the research that is available, we are assured that through those guided pathways, students will be able to complete in quicker fashion and at less cost to themselves. We have also implemented some programs such as our Give Me 5 program, where staff have adopted 5 students each and provided them with advising, mentoring, and support as they go through their semester. And this is particularly important because we have individuals, for example, in our landscaping or janitorial services, who now adopt 5 students. And they say, this is the first time that I have felt really connected to students, and I feel like I'm making a significant difference. We also support the PTech initiative, which is funded by the Albertsons Foundation to provide career and technical education throughout Idaho. We have increased advising and career guidance provided to students and are expanding our facilities to reduce student wait lists. While these procedures may be new, they reflect researched and best practices. And in pilot testing on campus, NIC has had significant success in increased student success and retention. NIC's budget is over $44 million, and our primary sources of revenue include the state allocation, the career and technical allocation, local property tax, and tuition. We have made significant strides in securing grant funding to augment general funds, particularly to support and begin new career and technical education programs. Although tuition has increased over the past 10 years, community colleges still offer the best bang for the buck, or the best bang for the educational buck. Last year, tuition and fees was $3,022 for a full-time student. A cost comparison of North Idaho College with national averages for other community colleges and universities puts into perspective the value and cost effectiveness of Idaho community colleges. In fact, of the approximately 60 plus colleges and universities in Idaho, Washington, and Oregon, North Idaho College is the second least expensive, CSI is the least expensive, and CWI is the third least expensive. And so there is considerable value for our citizens in our community colleges. Over the past 4 years, North Idaho College has focused on bringing into balance our career and technical programs with our transfer programs. Previously, we were heavily weighted in transfer programs and admittedly neglected business and industry, but we have rectified that situation. We have developed significant support for business and industry and are an integral part of workforce development strategies within the region. We projected growth within the region over the next 10 years to ensure that we are prepared to support economic development with our programs and our facilities, particularly in the areas of manufacturing, healthcare, aerospace, and forestry products. So how are we doing? Well, consistent with our core value of stewardship, over the past 3 years and with declining enrollment, NIC has managed the budget by not raising taxes for 3 years, and it appears that we will not raise taxes again for a 4th year in a row. We have reduced our operating budget by $2.3 million. We have reduced full-time equivalent employees by 62. Now that includes adjuncts and part-time employees that have been normalized for full-time employees. Yet, during that time and those reductions, we have developed the resources to construct 3 new buildings over the next 2 years. Total construction costs are $36 million, of which we have already secured $33.5 million. The NIC Foundation will continue to close the gap with the remaining $2.5 million through fundraising efforts. NIC's economic impact for the region is in excess of $170 million, and when combined with the 2 other community colleges in this state, the community colleges have an economic impact of over $500 million for the state of Idaho. I mentioned we have begun to support business and industry quite a bit, and during this same period that I mentioned, we have started 17 new career and technical programs, and they are depicted here. We also established an aerospace center of excellence in which we offer 4 aerospace-related programs, a forestry product center of excellence in which we offer 3 forestry-related programs, a healthcare center of excellence, which is a collaborative project with other educational institutions in Idaho to offer 8 healthcare-related programs that meet the need of business and industry while supporting economic development within the region. These programs were all established with grant funding from Idaho Department of Labor and the U.S. Department of Labor, and we are transitioning them to become sustainable through career and technical funding and tuition funding. So what's ahead for North Idaho College? Well, we've begun construction on a new 110,000 square foot, $20 million career and technical facility that is being built next door to K-Tech. K-Tech is a technical high school, a collaborative project between 3 school districts on the Rathdrum Prairie. Our curriculum is aligned with the K-Tech curricula, and it will be fully implemented when we begin teaching classes in September 2016, so this year. The alignment allows K-Tech students to earn college credit through a dual credit program, to transfer seamlessly and walk across the parking lot to attend North Idaho College for advanced certifications and degrees. No state funds are being used to fund this facility. However, NIC is requesting occupancy costs. 9 programs will be relocated from campus, which will allow us to double and then sometimes triple capacity and eliminate waiting lists in those programs while freeing up 40,000 square feet on campus. The programs moving to this new facility include auto technician, auto collision, diesel, welding, machine tool, AutoCAD for architecture, AutoCAD for mechanical, millwright, and mechatronics. In addition, this spring we will also break ground on a new $8 million student wellness and recreation center to be built on the main campus. Students have been asking for this facility for over 10 years, and they have taxed themselves to pay for it. The facility will house classrooms, weight rooms, exercise rooms, basketball courts, a climbing wall, and a running track. In addition, the following spring we will break ground on a 3rd facility. It is a 40,000 square foot, $10 million classroom, lab, and student services building, and a collaborative project between University of Idaho, Lewis Clark State College, and North Idaho College, and that will be built on campus as well. The North Idaho Foundation does a fabulous job raising money to support scholarships, capital projects, and many grant programs that support student and employee projects which benefit the college. This year, over $1 million in scholarships was awarded to over 1,000 students. We are very, in terms of our fiscal year 17 budget request, we are appreciative of the governor's recommended budget, which includes occupancy costs for the new CTE facility, restoration of the EWA clawback, and support for retention and advising efforts. The governor's recommendation can be found on LBB 1-79, and in addition to his recommendations, North Idaho College has requested $114,000 to support for a data analyst to improve data collection, analysis, and dissemination to better support strategic decision-making and regulatory compliance. We have requested $620,000 for enhanced security, equipment and staffing, $608,000 for staffing to support Complete College Idaho, and $189,000 for electronic and information technology coordinator. Now, the governor's budget supports the occupancy costs for the career and technical facility, and we are very appreciative of that because otherwise that would come out of Hyde. In addition, the recommendation to restore the EWA reduction is very welcome. Last year, there was an EWA clawback, and for North Idaho College, that meant $342,000, which pretty well took care of any additional funding that was provided by the legislature. We also appreciate the Complete College Idaho staffing for $115,000 recommended by the governor, as well as $116,000 that supports campus security measures. Madam Chair, that concludes my presentation, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much, President Dunlap. Very good presentation with lots of information for us. Are there questions from the committee? Senator Nuxall?
Thank you, Madam Chair. And President Dunlap, my question is, what with the expense for enhanced campus security, what does that include?
President?
Madam Chair, Senator Nuxall, the expense that is recommended for in the governor's budget to enhance security relates to equipment and staffing. The greater request that we had made was also for additional staffing and additional equipment that relates to alarms, alerts, systems, surveillance systems, and additional staffing for our security officers.
Further questions for President Dunlap? We are a quiet group. Any other questions? Great. Thank you so much. We appreciate your presentation and you being here today, and that some of your board members were also able to make it. Thank you.
You bet. Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you, members of JFAC.
Committee, President Dunlap caught us up on our schedule a little bit, so let's go ahead and take a 7-minute break. How about a 10-minute break? All right. All right, 10 minutes, so let's be back at 20 after, please. Thank you. Committee is at recess.